Lehman Bell, the new sound of Nova Mornings in 2023 is early breakfast.
How good's this? Ben Lehman Bell from 6 a.m. and Jodie and Hayesy from 7.
You make my morning. They're really funny. I love the change.
You guys are doing great.
It's amazing.
We're loving the show.
Every morning. I love it.
Jodie and Hayesy. It's the new sound of Nova in 2023.
Oh, good morning, Adelaide. All the parents are effectively putting their Xanax back on the shelf because the kids are going back to school this morning. Thank God for that.
Mixture of emotions, isn't it?
No, it's not a mixture. It's just pure elation. Andrew Hayes, how are you?
I'm going very well because I'm in that boat of first-time parent whose son is heading off to school. So, look, I'll be honest with you, my wife does, when I say brunt, I mean all of the work. So she needs a break.
Yes.
But it's an emotional day for the Hayes household.
Yeah, that's beautiful. We're going to get you to pen a little letter to your son a bit later in the show.
Well, you know I'm not good at writing letters.
I know you're terrible, but I'm going to. That's your homework anyway for today. Big weekend in Adelaide. What about? Did you see the soccer yesterday? One day,
broken leg. Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
scenes,
nice.
Absolute scenes. They had to hold a sheet up, did they not?
Yeah, I know. Last time I saw that was at the track. I'm just glad that they didn't treat one day the same that they used to with some horses back in the day and take out a little bit of medicine. By medicine, I mean a gun and just... I don't think they put down one day, which is good news. He's going to make a full recovery, we hear.
And play again for Adelaide United, which is wonderful news.
That's nice. Speaking of local sports front, congratulations to the Adelaide Giants.
Yeah, they had a win on the weekend.
They did. They wrapped up the series against Auckland, so they are through to the championship series
Awesome.
against Perth.
Love me a bit of baseball.
Who doesn't?
Oh, man.
Yes.
Did I tell you I played softball for Tasmania, under 16s?
Did you?
Yeah.
How many people in the softball side?
9.
9. How good is it when you rock up to the state tryouts and there's
Shut up.
9 people there and they're like, well, I guess you're in. Welcome to Tasmanian softball.
You're awful. That was well earned and hard earned.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I bet it was.
Judge Jodie's back this morning, and your last chance today for Free for 23. That will be drawn this afternoon with Kate, Tim, and Joel. I'm having trouble speaking today. I don't know why.
It's Monday. Just ease into it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Take a breath, Jodes.
Yeah.
Well, it is a massive morning in the Hayes household this morning. What's going on?
First day of school for my little fella Henry.
Oh, my goodness.
Big, as we've been talking about with him behind closed doors. He's a big school kid now. So 5 days a week. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. You've done it 3 times now. 1 to go.
No. How many times? Yeah, 3.
It just gets a bit blurry, does it?
It all morphs into one. How's he feeling?
He
Just sick of getting beaten up by his sister Lottie, his younger sister. He's like, I'm going to go to school and have some other kids beat me up.
Isn't it torture when she's practically allowed to beat him up, but he's not allowed to touch her?
Yeah.
I mean, her slaps, there's not heaps behind it, but still.
It's enough.
Yes, he has to go and inflict that anger onto somebody else at school. So, unfortunately. Look, he's been looking forward to this day for a long, long time. We've been counting down from 10 to 1 in terms of how many sleeps he's got to go.
Okay.
So he's pumped. So I thought I'd put together just a little bit of a letter because I know that he's going to be listening on his way to school, but I can't be there.
Oh, no.
Okay, so...
Daddy's working.
Dad's working.
If you can call this work.
Yeah, he can call this work. He's like, really? Is he really working? I thought he did that for fun. And I do. But anyway. Dear Henry, what about this? After all these sleeps, it's finally here. You're a big school kid.
Oh.
You're heading off to school. How awesome is that? Now, I know you're excited, buddy, and you should be. You get to meet heaps of people and do so many cool things. Mate, we're so proud of you, and we know that you're going to love school. A few things you need to know. You have to be nice to your teachers and nice to all the other kids. And if any of the kids are mean to you, just let us know and we'll sort it out.
Daddy will sort it out.
Buddy, don't worry about anything. Just have fun and you need to try your best. We love you so much and you're bloody lucky you have the best mum in the world, and so am I. P.S. I know it's funny calling people sweet darling, but we might have to give that a bit of a rest at school. I'm going to be there to pick you up with my mates. See you soon, you big school kid. Have an awesome day, and we absolutely love you.
You just made me cry. Just actually made me cry. That's so sweet.
I'm feeling something a little bit emotional as well. I don't know if the aircon's been turned up or not, or whatever, but...
That's really lovely. How's Cara feeling about it all?
I think she's going to be a little bit emotional today as well. I know that she was emotional when you went off to preschool, but...
Yeah.
Yes. I love how much he's looking forward to it.
Yeah.
And I hope that spark doesn't change at all.
No. I remember when I dropped my first one off to school and I got really emotional like you, and I got down on one knee and I clasped her little face in my hands. And I was like, darling, I'm so very proud of you. Like, this is going to be an amazing day and you've turned into the most beautiful little girl. And she stands up, looks at me and goes, yeah, okay, see you, Mum. And runs off. Like, couldn't give a rat's.
Is that the next step? At what age do they start to go, you just drop us off a little bit away from school?
Yeah.
You cram from my style a little bit.
Oh, that's coming. I can't wait to hear how he goes today, but that's really beautiful.
Good luck to all the kids and the mums and dads who are dropping off their kids for the first time today. What an adventure.
Biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge. Jodie's Juice.
Well, if you think you had a big weekend, Andrew Hayes, what about this? Harry Styles split his pants on stage.
Every kind of way, just a little taste.
That song slaps. The British singer suffered a wardrobe disaster at his LA concert, and guess who he did it in front of? His childhood crush, Jennifer Aniston. How embarrassing.
So somehow, though, Harry Styles could turn that into a sexy moment, though.
He did. So he sort of like fell to his knees and then split his pants right on his crotch and then just goes, Harry doing Harry things.
I want to split my pants
I
now.
split my pants too. And then he just grabbed a towel and wandered off stage. So very nice work from Harry. Did you watch The Bachelor last night?
You're not going to believe this. I didn't. I missed it. I was watching Novak. I was watching all sorts of other
So they
things.
did it a bit differently
BBL.
this year. There were 3 bachelors. One of them was dating a girl who also had a partner on the outside, Damien. So it just got, like, she was trying to set up a polyamorous relationship, basically. She's like, I'll marry you, but I still want to be able to do things with Damien.
Hang on. So she wants benefits and all. What,
Yeah.
she got a bloke in every state? What's
Yeah,
happening
and then she met the mother, and the mother tore her a new one and basically went, oh, you're an experienced type girl, aren't you? You like experiences, don't you? And it was just the most, cut her down. Anyway, things didn't end well, so I think there were 3 of them got together. They chose the girls, but 2 have already split up, and Jed and Alicia aren't putting labels on their relationship at the moment, which means they're probably polyamorous too.
Yeah, because if you put a label on it, the label's going to be pretty derogatory, isn't it?
No surprises here. I went to bed last night because I knew he was going to win. Novak Djokovic is now tied for the most Grand Slams ever after winning his 22nd title at the Australian Open. He's played in 10, he's won 10. That's a fair strike rate.
Yeah.
I'm not good at maths, but I reckon that's around 100%.
Yeah, by my calculations as well, I think that means that he is an absolute gun. Whether you like Novak as well, he's very polarising, isn't he?
He is a little bit
I
polarising.
feel like he won back a lot more fans this year because the whole COVID thing didn't do him a lot of favours, but geez, you've got to like a winner.
He got very
He knows
emotional.
how to do that.
Got very emotional last and was sort of lying on the ground and all sorts. Anyway, then eagle-eyed fans noticed Djokovic wearing a white zip-up Lacoste jacket with the 22 emblazoned on his chest in large font, basically saying to his opponents, I've won 22, I've won the most, here I am, I'm the man.
So I like that.
Do you?
I like that arrogance. Here's what I want to know. Obviously, he can shelve that if he didn't win last night, and eventually he would have won his 22nd tournament. But I always wonder what happens to the clothes before, say, a grand final, AFL grand final. You've got to make the winning merchandise,
Yeah.
so you can put it on straight away.
Oh, yeah.
And how do you quickly make sure that it doesn't surface?
Yeah, no, that's true.
For example, if you come runner-up,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, geez, I can't be wearing that, saying that we're the premiers this year.
Here's Novak getting very emotional after the match.
I want to thank all the people that made me feel welcome, made me feel comfortable to be in Melbourne, to be in Australia. There's a reason why I've played my best tennis throughout my career in Australia and on this court in front of legendary Rod Laver. Thank you so much for being present tonight, sir.
Yeah, he's saying all the right things. It's hard not to at least respect him for what he does on the tennis court. He is so much better than everyone else.
Yeah, I know. I really wanted Tsitsipas to win. Remember, he came out during the week and he's like, I want Margot Robbie to come and sit in my box.
right.
She's married.
Yeah, apparently Margot's like, you know what? Win the Aussie Open, we'll talk. How'd that go, Stefanos?
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Well, we're learning, Hayesy. We're a couple of weeks in now, but we're learning that pineapples upside down are a symbol for something that we didn't understand.
Yes, pineapples are the dirty bird fruit of the fruit family. I mean, how many times have you been cruising around, particularly in the tropics of North Queensland, you just see pineapples mating with each other? And you're like, for goodness sake, get a room. It all makes sense now, doesn't it?
Well, there's an oversupply of pineapples at the moment, so maybe that's what's been going on.
Yeah.
Maybe pineapples have just been going hammer and tong.
Oh, it's been a solid COVID period for the pineapples. We know how they filled up their time with to get rid of boredom. Several women on TikTok are seriously regretting their tattoos of an upside-down pineapple after choosing the design without knowing its meaning. We know now that a quick Google search will tell you that turned-over fruit is commonly used as a symbol for swingers looking for a good time.
Wow, who knew?
Unlucky Brittany Lewin, I think her friends now call her Loose Lewin, or Bad Girl Brit, learned about the signal after she chose a line drawing of a pineapple inside a triangle. This is from the New York Post. It's all happening.
Goodness me. So she's basically gotten a tattoo going, how cute is this pineapple upside down? Because I think she wanted to look at it. That was the issue.
Yeah.
She wanted to be able to hold her arm up and look at it the right way. So she's gone, we'll just do this upside down pineapple. Neck minute. Wowee.
Yeah, plenty of taps on the shoulder. You keen? Good to go? So what are you talking about? I love pineapples.
Can you
me too.
never do that voice ever again?
I assume that's what happens.
That was so predatory. We discovered in the process of this that our video guy, Josh, had a pineapple incident, and so we brought him in this morning. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, guys.
What happened with your pineapple doll?
Well, so my partner, Marissa, and I went to a New Year's party, and we went to JJ's to find some fun shirts to wear, and she ended up being dressed head to toe in pineapples, like bucket hat, shirt, shorts, and I got this nice shirt that's covered in eggplants.
Right.
Guys, are really putting a solid vibe out there. But continue.
So we walk into the party, and one of our friends comes up to us and goes, you guys getting adventurous this year, are you? Like, what do you mean? They're like, pineapples, swingers.
Oh, my God.
And we didn't believe her until later on in the party, this girl comes up to us and goes, so, you guys...
Wow.
Wow.
And then what happened?
Politely declined very quickly.
Yeah, good. I knew there was something about Josh as well when we first met. So when we first met the entire team, everyone just sort of shook hands and said hello. But then camera guy Josh came over to her and gave me a minute and a half open mouth kiss.
Yeah.
And I thought that's a little bit strange for a first meeting.
Yeah.
Now it all makes sense.
Yes, that's very unusual behaviour. But what I also like about you and your girlfriend is how committed you are to fancy dress. Like head to toe, bucket hat, pineapple, like the whole works. That's amazing.
100%. Just wait till you see what she's wearing to the wedding.
13 24 10. Let's do this. Did you get a tattoo and then after the fact realised what it meant? You know what I mean, Hayesy? Are we going to get calls on this?
I think so. That time I went to Bali and got a couple of W's on both butt cheeks and then didn't realise what was happening there. And then pre-season came around, I just stretched my hamstrings in the showers and one of my teammates went, wow! What are you talking about? He said, no, wow! That didn't actually happen. But that is the story of a person who used to play for Carlton. His name was Wow Jones.
Really?
Anyway, there's the story to kick it off.
Okay. 13 24 10. Do you have a wow tattoo?
Ever felt like a holiday after your holiday?
Like after every single holiday for me. Plan your next getaway on the What If app and access mobile exclusive deals.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable just in case you change your plans.
Booking cancellation windows apply. What if it's Aussie for travel?
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me you built a time machine?
Hazy's on Miss Daisy.
It is Monday. Welcome to the working week. Good start to the morning. Well done to you. Let's take a little trip down memory lane for Monday the 30th of January 1965. State funeral for Winston Churchill at St Paul's Cathedral in London.
I call upon you to march with me under the banner of freedom.
At the time, it was the world's largest ever state funeral. So just before we did this, we thought, do we know any Winston Churchill quotes off the top of our head? And then producer Sean jumps in and says, yeah, I know. I have a dream. No, Sean. No. Not even close. Not even close. 1969, the Beatles played together live for the last time. The free concert took place on the roof of their Apple HQ in London. It ended when police intervened due to noise complaints. What kind of absolute horrible wet blanket of a cop stops the Beatles?
Who marches in when they're going, it's been a hard day's night, and goes, enough, this is absolute crap, you guys.
I'll tell you who. the Monkeys dressed up as police. 1973, rock band Kiss plays their first show at the Coventry Club in Queens, New York. Gene Simmons and the boys, with their giant long tongues and their excessive facial makeup. What a bunch.
Gene Simmons told a story once about how he had interactions with a fan, and when he ventured around the region, she had his face tattooed on her inner thigh.
Wow.
Imagine that.
Finally, he got to see his own reflection on her thigh.
Imagine coming face to face with Hayesy.
What a moment for the both of them. Exactly. How off-putting. 1987, Lance Buddy Franklin, who was born in Perth today, is 36 years old. Buddy is just a freak.
And he's, well, how far into his 10-year contract is he, Buddy?
He's past that. So this might be his 11th year at the Swans.
Oh, God, that's insane.
Above and beyond in terms of expectations. He's a freak.
He's still in good nick.
Very, very good nick. 2022 Australian Open's men's tennis. Rafael Nadal wins a record 21st Grand Slam singles title with an epic 5 sets win over Daniil. That's Daniil. Previously, you've called him Daniel. Medvedev. Haven't we enjoyed Rafa over the journey, just picking his undies out of his bottom?
Oh, yeah, all those little quirks that he's got. Incredible.
Very good. Time to shave the head too, I reckon, Rafa.
Oh, yeah, give it up. Don't worry, you're heading down...
I know.
Heading down the same Rafa path.
Yes, except one has a lot of money and the other one can't afford lunch. The number one song on January 30 in 2001 was It Wasn't Me by Shaggy, which was a story about a bloke who's been caught unbelievably red-handed cheating, and the advice is denied anyway.
Just deny, deny, deny.
What sort of message does that portray?
Oh, it's not a great one.
Nova.
Judge Jodie.
Welcome, Judgy.
Court is in session. You can get in contact with us, breakfast at nova919.com.au, with any moral dilemma that you have, and we'll tell you whether you're doing the right thing or the wrong thing. Dear Judge Jodie, I've recently started dating a 29-year-old woman, so I have decided to remove half of my female thirst follows on Insta. Thirst follows?
What's a thirst follow?
Is that even a thing? AKA women who've been flirting with me or expressed any sort of romantic interest. I didn't want them to cause an issue in this new relationship and felt it could potentially raise a lot of questions and eyebrows. Anyway, cut to last weekend and I noticed my new girlfriend had liked a photo of a guy she used to hook up with before dating me. Ooh, I'm smelling a double standard.
It feels like that, doesn't it?
My question to you, Judge, is it socially acceptable to be annoyed by that? My girlfriend says people can like a photo for a number of reasons, but it feels unnecessary to me for me to keep tabs on her. Friends with benefits. Help. Signed Insta Guy from Belair. Okay. It's an interesting one. My husband's got some form on this front. So we had a nanny for a time who was really, really hot and would post some fairly suggestive photos on Instagram. He would like every single one of them. And I said to him at one point, do you know that just purely optics here, that doesn't look great if you're liking all her hot bikini photos on Instagram when she looks after her children. I don't know if you can understand that. There are many things that you don't understand, Gregotti, but you should be able to understand that.
Maybe she's a fitness model and she's achieving her goals. She's trying to get her skin fat percentages down, and she's got some things that she's trying to knock off this summer. Congratulations to her. And what Greg was doing was saying, well done.
What are your thoughts on this?
To be honest with you, if I was in that situation, it's hard for blokes not to take that the right way, if there is a right way. She's in the wrong, in my opinion.
Right.
Because particularly as well, if he's got rid of, what would they call them, thirst followers?
Yeah.
I remember back in the day it was biddies.
Biddies.
So if he's gotten rid of all of his errant women from his Instagram, then she hasn't got rid of the errant men.
Well, how do you feel about this then? While we're talking about my husband, Greg, he follows Paulina Gretzky on Instagram. Now, have you ever heard of Paulina Gretzky?
I've heard
Wayne
of Pauline
Gretzky.
Hanson.
No.
I'm assuming they're very different.
Wayne Gretzky's daughter, that's Paulina there. Look at her work.
Yeah, she's much different to Pauline Hanson.
So he follows her. Should I be upset about that?
Again, she's got fitness goals and she's ticking them off. And Greg's saying congratulations.
But his argument is it's Wayne Gretzky, who's the greatest ice hockey player of all time. It's his daughter, so he's just interested.
All right, so 13, 24, 10. Should Jodie start a war with her husband? Is that where we're going with this?
Let's go to Abby in the newsroom. What are your thoughts on this? Does he have a right to be annoyed?
I think, yeah, it's kind of double standards here, but also, like, who really cares? It's just social media. They go home and he ends up in bed with her every night. Like, who cares? Who really cares?
Okay.
Well, I do, because he's probably thinking about Paulina when he's in bed with me at night.
That's a different story between you and your husband.
For God's sakes, Greg, stop shutting your eyes.
Zoe, what are your thoughts on this?
With Abby,
Producer Zoe, I should say.
It just doesn't matter. Who cares? I think if you're secure in your relationship, a measly like on the socials means nothing.
Okay.
And can't you be friends with your exes? Ex-flings?
I don't know. 13-24-10, let's get some jurors involved in this.
Sounds like producer Zoe's got some flirtation fingers. Who like to like the odd photo or two.
Flirtation. Hard at work, those little fingers, aren't they? Ooh, like. But you are single, so you're allowed.
I am single. I'm allowed.
Judge Jodie.
Okay. Dear Judge Jodie, I've recently started dating a 29-year-old woman, so I've decided to remove half of my female thirst follows on Insta, aka women who've been flirty with me or expressed some sort of romantic interest or could have had history with. However, his new girlfriend has liked a photo of a guy she used to hook up with. So we were just talking about this during the song. Hayesy, for example, if there was a girl that you used to have, before marriage and kids and all that sort of stuff, who put up a hot photo on Instagram, you wouldn't like it? You'd avoid it?
I don't follow any ex-girlfriends.
Don't you?
Or any previous flames to a point.
Right. To a point? Hang on, whoa. To a point.
But no, I wouldn't. No, not if it was kind of obvious that what I was doing is because it was kind of, I don't know, it was a thirst like.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Because you're effectively saying, I find you attractive and I think this is a really good photo of you, isn't it?
Yes, I don't want to put those thoughts out there into the world of social media.
Which could be potentially disrespectful to your current wife and your children. Let's go to Deb from Ethelston. What do you think, Deb?
Hey, mate, I look at it and I think you should be able to turn around and take a look. As long as you're going home with the right one, that's all that matters.
That's so to the point, nice, yes. Very good.
Dear.
So, hey, Deb, are you on social media?
Yeah.
And liking what you will?
Mate, I live with 6 males. I don't have to go looking anywhere else. It's enough to turn around and put up with the lights on.
Deb, you are in the running for free for 23, which will be drawn this afternoon. You can have a K in your bank account for the next 52 weeks of the year, or however many are left. There's about 48, isn't there? Thank you, Deb. Okay, time for a ruling.
Judge Jodie.
This is the situation. Insta guy from Belair basically culled all his thirst follows that he has on Instagram. So they're the people that he's either hooked up with or he thinks is pretty hot or has had some sort of flirtation with. However, he jumped on his girlfriend's page and saw that she had liked a photo of someone that she had previously been in a relationship with. We've been arguing about this off air as well as on air, and we'd love your thoughts, 13-24-10. But producer Sean here, you've got an interesting take on this, don't you?
Yeah, look, and before we start, can I just say I've been in a monogamous relationship for the last 15 years.
Doesn't sound like it the way you've been talking.
And also, for what it's worth, Sean is wearing a shirt which is just covered in pineapples. But go
we
on.
weren't going to talk about that. No, look, in my world,
yeah,
it's seen as a little bit of a badge of honour. Like, when you
Right.
see that, someone's liked one of your partner's posts, or, you kind of go,
so
yeah, I'm
you're
with them.
almost half proud.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, if they can get that like and I can't, go for gold.
Yeah,
Wow.
Interesting.
And like what Abby said, as long as they come home, sleep in your bed, and don't touch, you're fine.
Okay.
Open your eyes.
Let's go to Rachel from Paradise. Rachel, what are your thoughts on this one? Is this okay?
Agree with producer Sean. I reckon, there's nothing wrong with looking, and if you've got that dynamic with your partner and you guys go bird watching together, there's nothing wrong with it. You're allowed to have a look. You're allowed to appreciate other people's beauty.
Yeah.
Rachel, the use of the words bird watching.
I know. Rachel, I do agree. You can get to a point in your relationship where I could say to my husband, yeah, she's pretty hot. And he'll be like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
feel like, particularly with this relationship, have they spoken about it, or has he just decided himself, I'm going to get rid of all of these chicks and now I expect you to do the same? Or have he actually had a conversation with her?
And I love how you spoke like a bloke then, Rachel. That was awesome. All right, you're in the running for free for 23. Congratulations. Make sure you listen to Kate, Tim and Joel this afternoon. They will make their announcement. Jamie from Tea Tree Gully, what are your thoughts on this one? Is it okay to like an ex?
Nah, I don't think so. I think you've got to respect your current partner and how they would feel. So no, I'm a no for this one.
Okay, thank you. Very resound no.
There you go. We know what that means. You've got some quicker thinking to do. You make a judgment call. What have you got, Judge Jodie? Because this is a bit of a tricky one.
It is a tricky one, and I do agree. If your partner's coming home to you, then that's all well and good. But I do think, and my ruling will be, you need to be respectful of your partner when you're liking photos of exes online. That's my ruling. And I would also like Gregory to stop following Paulina Gretzky on Instagram, please.
I was going to say, can we make another rule?
That's my second ruling.
Gregory, you're in big trouble tonight.
Well, Hayesy, you know you've made it in radio when you get your own show, right?
Yeah, big time when it's got your own name on the show.
Yeah, just solo. The Chrissy Swan show starts this afternoon on Nova from 2 to 4. You have to chuck it a listen, and she joins us now. Good morning, Chrissy.
Greetings. God, now you're making me nervous. Don't introduce me like that ever again.
Oh,
God damn you.
I'm sorry. No, you're going to be fabulous as always. You've been on Nova for 7 years. This is just the next natural step, isn't it?
Oh, well, look, I hope so. I've been so nervous all week, really, thinking, do I even know how to do it? Because it's been sort of 7 weeks since I finished up the breakfast show. And, you know, when you come back to work at any stage, you're like, do I know how to do this? Can I remember how to do it? And then there's all this added pressure. But I woke up this morning and I just feel dead inside, which is a good, indication that things are going to be okay.
Oh, very good. It's a different way to go about things. Hey, Chrissy, what about the sleep-ins? I mean, 7 years of very, very early starts. So I'm assuming you're coming back unbelievably refreshed.
Well, it's 7 years of breakfast on Nova, but this is my 20th year of breakfast radio.
Yeah.
So I've been tired for the last 20 years and throw in 3 kids and lots of TV shows and all sorts of stuff. I have been exhausted, and I've got to say, going to bed and waking up, particularly waking up, you know, without the feeling of fleeing a burning building, which is what I've done every morning for 20 years, is a real novelty. It's very nice.
It's not until, because I did it for 13 years, it's not until you stop doing it, Chrissy, that you go, oh my God, this is what sleep and normality feels like. It's amazing.
I know. I feel like I've been sleeping at the bottom of a fish tank for 20 years, and now I'm floating on the top, which would also mean that I was dead. But anyway, no, it feels very good.
It's a double celebration for you today also because your children are going back to school.
Oh, finally.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else there.
These holidays, I mean, is it just me? But I feel like they've been going on forever.
Yes.
It sounds negative, like we hate our children, but you just need a little break, you know.
3 kids, Chrissy, 9, 11 and 14. The 14-year-old is a young man. I'm just trying to remember when I was 14.
Oh, God.
There's a lot going on for a 14-year-old, and if there's any sort of advice, it's definitely knock on the door before you enter.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good. I have been doing that because somebody else told me that about 12 months ago.
Good.
For my own safety, not for his.
Yeah.
Apparently I don't want to see what's going on in there.
Now, Chrissy, you are famous on the Nova Network for Mystic Chrissy. I want to take this opportunity just because Andrew Hayes is new to our team. He's new to Adelaide.
Sure.
In a sense, if you could cast your mystic powers over him, that would be wonderful.
It would be my pleasure.
Okay.
Okay, I'm getting in the zone. This is a gift, guys. You're about to be blown away. Now, I don't know anything about you, Andrew.
Yes, and Jodie's very, very comfortable to express the same thoughts as well. Nobody knows who you are. Okay, we get it.
This is a great starting point. Okay, so I can see you're very handsome.
Oh, thank you so
much.
much.
Are you very handsome? Is this something that you relate to here? I'll ask Jodie. Is he handsome?
Well, his nickname when he was a Casanova back in the day was Handsome Hayesy. He's trying to turn that around to horse, but it's not catching on.
Why, Hayesy? Why do you want to be called horse?
Just a long face, Chrissy. That's what it is.
Okay, I can see a black cat and a Jack Russell Terrier.
Ooh. As in my family?
Yeah.
Close. A Burmese cat and a Maltese poodle, but hey.
Listen, it's a cat and a dog, and they're the right sizes. Okay, so that's a win.
Yeah.
I see the suburb of Ashford and Anzac Highway around you.
Okay.
Maybe I
think the relationship there is we've had a couple of friends who were given birth at Ashford Hospital.
Okay, yep, that would make sense. And I can hear very faintly. I can feel very faintly Miley Cyrus.
Yes.
Can you hear me anymore?
Yes, I'm supposed to give my wife some flowers because I've had a few misdemeanors. Oh my God! No.
Also, what Miley is trying to say is that Hayesy's a singer, Mystic Chrissy.
Do you know what? Close enough, and it all sort of comes together in the end. Chrissy Swan, what an absolute star! We're so lucky to have her inside the Nova family, nationally on the Nova network from 2 to 4. This is the best way to ease you into Kate, Tim, and Joel.
Can't wait, love it.
Big show coming up tomorrow.
Taboo Topic Tuesday it is. We're going to chat to someone very interesting, aren't we?
Very interesting indeed. How much can you give away?
I don't know. Because I wasn't listening when you and producer Sean were talking about it.
What can we say? It's someone
Are we allowed to or not?
What can we say? It's someone who would prefer to work at night time.
Okay, yep. Someone who gets paid handsomely for their services.
Yes. When you say handsome, obviously you link that to a male.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right then.
A male of the night or something like that.
Come on.
I'm not good with words.
We're also going to catch up with Alessandra for maths. We really need to drill down on the first episode, which is an absolute beauty. Alessandra is the sexual therapist.
The sexual therapist. Okay. Very interesting job indeed.
Do you need any sexual therapy?
Oh boy, it's a bit of a theme tomorrow, isn't it? We're also going to play Dead or Alive. We're going to get our young, extraordinary producer Zoe in here. She's going to take charge and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.